Well, let's focus on another name, ITD Cementation. It's been seeing strong order inflows of late. The order book, however, has seen a good amount of inflows in this year. We have with us Mr. Jayanta Basu, Managing Director of ITD Cementation, who joins us on the show. Hi, Mr. Basu. Good morning. Good to see you in. It's been a while since we spoke. I recall visiting your office a couple of years ago, and you sounded very, very confident on the business. And boy, oh boy, haven't you delivered. Let's talk about business, though. Couple of order inflows is what we have seen in this year so far. Could you tell us, what is the current order book post these inflows, and what is the total order inflow you're estimating for FY26?
Good morning, Nigel. Thank you very much for arranging this interview. Yes, we have received a few orders this year already, amounting around 2,000 crores. One is the port construction at Mangalam, one is building, and one is jetty at Odisha. And we are L1 also, few jobs around 1,500 crores. So you can say that around 4,000 crore order is already with us within these 2 months' time of this year. We are looking for, if we have seen the guideline, around 15,000 crore order we should book. At least 15,000 crores. Yeah, I think it will be more than that. Yeah.
All right, at least 15,000 crores, of which 4,000 crores you've gotten it. In terms of the other numbers, what are you guiding for, Mr. Basu? In terms of revenue, what sort of margins are you expecting by the end of this year? And by when does this entire order book get executed?
Well, if you see recently, we used to convert the order in 3 years' time, 2.5 years' time. Last year, it done in less than 2 years' time. So we expect that the same tempo will be maintained. The conversion become very fast nowadays. Last year, our revenue was 9,000 something, around 9,000 crores. We expect at least 25% growth this year, if not more than that, in top line. Yeah.
And on margins, last year you saw an improvement of around 70 basis points, at least in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
What kind of margins are you anticipating this year on a 25% revenue growth?
We will be having around 10% plus EBITDA. Yeah.
EBITDA?
10% plus.
10% plus. Got it. Mr. Basu, I wanted to ask you about the receivables position as of now. And what is your exposure to Bangladesh? There were some issues out there. They are going through some political turmoil. So how is it impacting your business?
Well, Bangladesh, I think for 2 to 3 months' time, we had to stop the work because of the directive by the government of India. It is not only us, all the companies, those who are working in Bangladesh from India has to stop the work. We resumed the work in the month of December, and from there it is going on well, and production is good, and we have received advance, we have received 2 subsequent RA bill payment. So there is absolutely no way that there is any concern there.
What is the exposure, sir, in terms of business, revenues or order book? How much of it comes from Bangladesh?
The total value of the job is 1,500 crores, and we are expecting this year will be around 700 to 800 crores to be done this year. And we are quite hopeful that we'll be able to achieve that.
And there's no issue on the receivables?
No issue at all.
All right. Mr. Basu, the last time we spoke to you, you were an ITD-owned company, now you're an Adani-owned company. So what we want to understand is that, with the new management or the new owners taking over, does the strategy of the company in any form change? What we're trying to understand is, were there any orders that you got because of your parentage that may go off, and now because of the new parentage, will you get some more orders from the Adani Group? How does the nature of the company, the management, the strategy, the roadmap ahead move from here on?
Let me address it step by step. First and foremost, there will be no change in the management. The way we used to work before, same way we will be working. It will be purely independent company. That is number one. Number two, because of Adani factor, they themselves have a lot of work, that. They're developing like anything. So any sector we name, like port, power, green energy, data center, so everywhere they have their presence. And they want us to do as much as work I can do from them. So our volume of work for Adani will increase many folds. And third is that the exposure to the financial institutions. We had little trouble a few years back to manage the cash, to have the non-fund-based facility. That thing will be much easier now because of Adani's involvement. And last but not the least, that they want us to grow very fast, which was not the case before. And all sort of supports are promised to be given by them. Yeah.
How much of your business comes in from the Adani Group as of now?
As of now, it will be around 25-26%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come at a lower margin, right?
No. It's all arm's length business. I mean, at market price, and you can see the result.
Right.
For Adani is quite okay.
That is one part. And the other part is you said that you reconfirmed that you are looking at 15,000 crore worth orders being inflown this year itself. You're winning that. That is nearly double of what we saw last year. So is that on account of your existing businesses? What's leading this momentum? Or do you think that, some part of it will also come in from the Adani Group because of the infrastructure presence that they have?
Well, some part will definitely come from Adani Group.
How much will that be?
Say 35% of 15,000 crore, around that.
So that's 5,000 crore of your order book you expect from the Adani Group. And the remainder you said will be business as usual, all the things that you've been doing.
Yes.
And what are the receivable terms out here? Okay, margins are, you say are market driven and they are allowing you access to financials, etc. as well. The receivables position, will that be at market terms as well?
Yeah, receivable position with Adani will be, because you see, whatever work we are doing, mostly the Ganga Expressway, we get payment within 7 days' time. Nowhere you can see such good payment terms. And we have absolutely no problem with Adani as far as receivable is concerned.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, Mr. Basu, for joining in. I think the street likes what you're saying. As we speak, the stock is recovered. And Mr. Basu, if I got it correct, I think ITD Cementation is the only firm you've been part of, right? I think next year you complete 40 years, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
You are right.
All right.
We hope to speak to you when you continue to, do a lot more and hopefully hit a half century as well out there, sir.
Loyalty at its best, sir. I think you joined as, post-graduation and now you're leading the company. So kudos to that. We'll talk about that some other time as well. Thanks a lot for joining in and filling us in with all of those details. And all the best for the remainder of this year as well.